If you guys are looking to grow your business utilizing LinkedIn, this is the perfect video for you. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be going over an in-depth LinkedIn training on how you guys can use LinkedIn to generate leads for your business and how you can do it and utilize automation as well. So what I'm going to be going over, this is going to be a bit of a long video. You can see the presentation here that I'm going to be going through. We're going to be going over sales funnels on LinkedIn and lots of really cool stuff, okay? I just wanted to show you that, but it is a little bit long, and I promise that you guys are going to get so much value from this video, okay? So please watch it. You're going to love it. We're going to go into how we use LinkedIn to really generate an insane amount of leads. And if you don't use LinkedIn already, I highly encourage that you do. If you're already using LinkedIn to generate leads, this video is going to help you streamline that process with a really amazing automation tool backed with some strategy and funnels and how you can just overall get the most amount of results through LinkedIn. Okay, so if you guys are new to who it is that I am, my name is Elliot Drake. I'm a 20-year-old serial entrepreneur, and this channel is all about how to succeed online. So I help a lot of agency owners and people that are looking to grow and scale their business. And yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into my screen and let's go into this training. But before that, make sure if you're not subscribed to hit that subscribe button and turn on that little notification bell so you can see whenever I upload. So let's do it. What's going on, guys? Let's jump right into the training. So how to generate leads from LinkedIn by using automation. Okay, so we're gonna go through these slides, just some overall LinkedIn training to see the best results. And then we're going to also introduce how we can put those results basically on steroids and also save your most important asset, which is time, utilizing automation. And you guys are going to really love it. So let's jump right in. Okay, so here's just a screenshot of one of our calendars. From all of these have been from LinkedIn. All these leads, our pipeline is filled 24/7 almost, just from LinkedIn leads. And one of the biggest factors that allows us to do this at scale is from the automation that we're going to be going over in this training. All right, so here's what we're going to cover. How to use the world's biggest directory of business owners to land dream clients. And then we're going to go over the LinkedIn sales funnel. So this is our process for generating leads on LinkedIn. And then next, we're going to go over important optimization tips for your LinkedIn to get the best results. And then the last thing, how we use automation to put our outreach on complete autopilot. All right, so let's jump right in. So how to use the world's biggest directory of business owners to land dream clients. Before we start, you must know that LinkedIn wants you to use its platform to get your ideal client. So here's just some overview facts of LinkedIn. So there are 602 million professionals on LinkedIn. 40 million are seen as decision makers in their companies. 61 million are senior level influencers. LinkedIn's goal is 3 billion members, meaning it's still growing. So it's an amazing platform for you to start diving into and taking very seriously when looking for sources to grow your business and generate leads. So the platform was created for business professionals to network and help each other grow. Unlike Facebook or other channels, LinkedIn is made for doing business, right? Just you have to look at different channels as the intent of the platform, right? Like people go on Facebook to engage with their friends and their family and the things they like. So like getting leads on there is possible, but the nature of the platform isn't as strong for lead generation as, say, LinkedIn would be, since it was built for that very reason. So it's also the #1 social media channel for B2B lead generation by a long shot. So 80% of B2B marketing leads sourced through social media come from LinkedIn. So compared to other social channels, LinkedIn has an 11x, so 11 times better response rate and 73% lower cost per lead than other channels. So let's jump over to features. So directory. LinkedIn has the biggest directory of business owners from all different niches and all different parts of the world. There's literally nowhere else in the world that has the caliber of leads for you to take. There's just not. And the capacity and everything for you to be able to leverage and find these people is unreal. So tools. LinkedIn has an entire suite of tools for you to use, not only to reach the right people, but reach them in the right way, okay? So let's jump in. So let's compare this to how most people try to find clients through traditional cold outreach. So this is how people traditionally try to reach out, whether it's through all these different sources, whether it's cold calling, whether it's cold email, whether it's, do a video audit, kind of video audit type outreach, right? So it has minimal info. So like with most outreach methods, you're reaching out with minimal info, just what you take. Like you can just get what you take from their website and their social media. With LinkedIn, not only do you know about the business, but more importantly, you know about the business owner, because we can find all their social platform. I mean, we can find all their information on their LinkedIn channel. And this is really good as well for LinkedIn, because like the fact that you have that asset when you're outreaching on LinkedIn versus the other kind of outreach strategies where you don't have minimal info, because you have like there so many different pieces of information you need from their profile to have conversation starters and things like that. And then another reason why traditional outreach strategies don't compare is it's not scalable. With cold calling or cold video outreach, it's just not scalable because you're directly involved with the first point of contact. With LinkedIn, you can combine automation with personal interaction to only follow up with leads that show engagement. PS, at the end of this, I'm going to show you a tool that will transform everything in your business. So also bad environment. With regular cold outreach, they look at you as a nuisance. With LinkedIn, they look at you as a trusted peer, and only they look at you as a trusted peer if you're going to follow these LinkedIn strategies and best practice tips that I'm going to share with you today. Okay, so how do we find our target customers on LinkedIn, right? So how do we find these people? How do we find our prospects, right? So LinkedIn has a full search tool. There's Sales Navigator and all this stuff, but realistically, you don't have to use Sales Navigator. Sales Navigator just has some different features where you can create lead lists and have a little bit better of, like you can have quite a lot better of targeting options, but with the traditional free version of LinkedIn mixed with this automation, you don't need Sales Navigator. Okay, so you're gonna be able to find everything perfectly fine this way. So number one, location, where you can focus your attention on the locations where ideal prospects are found. So we're able to target down specifically where they're at with targeting. So industry, you can focus your attention on locations where our ideal prospects are found. And then seniority level, right? This allows you to reach the right person without a gatekeeper standing in your way. So like, for instance, it's so hard with like cold calling because you have to get past a gatekeeper, and then they're going to, probably say, hey, email me. There's just so many steps. With LinkedIn, we're able to get straight to the source. All right, so LinkedIn sales funnel. So start selling on LinkedIn without being this is supposed to say salesy, I'm sorry, or annoying. Let's jump into it. All right, so the LinkedIn sales funnel. So you can see, I wish I could draw on here, but I can't. But you'll see over here, so hunting, this is finding your target customer, right? So like I just showed you back here on how we can go to LinkedIn search, that is our hunting. So let me just I'm gonna jump into LinkedIn for you and just show you what I mean. So this is our LinkedIn profile, and we go up here to search, and you can go to people, and then we go to all filters, and then we have a lot of capacity here, right? So we can go second connections, because second connections are like new people that aren't directly connected with us. And then we could go location. So say I'm trying to find business owners in Indianapolis for my digital marketing services. And what industry are you in? So this is where knowing your niche and who you're trying to go after comes into play. So for me, some of our offers that we're selling, I'm really going after some digital marketers right now, right? Even though that might be weird because we're a digital marketing agency, but we have an offer for them. So I could click industry, marketing, and advertising. You can do whatever industry you want here with the list. But if they don't have the industry, one little hack for you in regards to this targeting is to go here to title and then figure out what would be the title they would associate themselves as on LinkedIn. So for instance, I picked marketing and advertising, and then I might just type in here, Chief Executive Officer. And then one thing to note is make it how it would be in their bio, because it's going to pull that from, how it would be on their profile, because it's going to pull that. You can also add the services. So if they show that they offer social media marketing or digital marketing, you can pull those as well. But we'd hit apply here. and then boom. So in my list right now, I only have 16 people inside of my second connection list. But as you probably know, like LinkedIn is something you build. So the more connections that you get, the more people you're going to be able to connect with, right? Obviously, you can pay for like some more premium, sweet stuff for LinkedIn. Like I said, not super necessary, but you can pay and get a wider reach off the start. But it's just something that you build. But you're able to go here, and this is our targeting. This is what we call hunting. We're doing our research, finding our list of individuals that would be in our target demographic, or, the target conversations and prospects that would need our services, products or services. And that is what we do there for hunting. So let's jump right back in here. Okay. And then the next thing, so after we found our target search, then we move into engaging, which is sending them that connection invite, right? We're sending that invite for them to be in our network. And then from there, we're going to send an introductory message. And then from there, follow up. And then we automate that whole engaging process with automation, which I'm going to talk about here in a bit. So let me go right back in here. So engaging, starting the conversation with your ideal target. So right here in hunting, we found the audience, we found the list of prospects through LinkedIn that we want to go after, and then we connect with them with a personalized note, and then we manage the follow-ups, and then we have automation to solve that, right? So what I mean is, so when I hit here, that's a connection, and then the introductory message is adding this specialized note to basically say, hey, I really want to be inside of your network, which encourages them to accept you, right? And then after you send that, once they accept your request, then you want to have the follow-ups, right? So let me just go right here, and you're going to understand how we do this. But this was completely automated. When I talk about automation, so I gave the tool, which I'm going to show how to use, the list of audiences, and it sent this introductory message. It said, hey, Patrick, I admire what you're doing in your space. I'd love to connect, find ways we can bring value to one another, yada, yada. And then he accepted my request, and since he didn't reply to the first connection note, which most of the time people don't, our automation tool sent this follow-up 3 days later. It says, hey, Patrick, it's a pleasure to be connected. Would you be open to chat for a few minutes in the near future to see how we can work together, right? So I'm trying to get him on the phone, and then he didn't respond again, and so I waited. So our software tool, the automation tool, waited another 5 days since he didn't respond, and then sent another follow-up, and then since he didn't respond again, it waited another 5 days, and then sent a last and final follow-up. Hey, Patrick, wanted to follow up. I sent you a few messages last week and wanted to make sure they didn't fall through the cracks. I definitely think there could be some synergy between us, but I understand if you're not open to connecting due to a busy schedule. Would still like to connect for a few minutes when you have some free time, right? Then he finally responded, and so then my automation tool, it shut off, and then now this is what I did is I went in manually, and then I sent this message here, got him on the phone, and Patrick right here actually ended up becoming a client, right? So this whole process from engaging was completely automated, right? Which is I'm going to show you how to do. One little side note to keep in mind, whenever you're sending meetings out and scheduling meetings, the best way to go about it is go to Calendly.com and set up a virtual calendar that links with your Google Calendar. And then people can just go and book times and things like that, so then you don't waste time. All of what we want to do whenever building like lead generation sources, like systems that bring us a consistent flow of leads repeatedly every single month, which is what we need to have a thriving business, to have a thriving agency, is this. So anything that we can do to make things easier and more streamlined, which this is one of them, all right? So we've gone over that. So you've gone over how hunting works, which is how we find our target customers. And then we talked about engaging. So connecting with an individual, introducing that first message with the connection, and then plus following up with them until they respond, right? And that is all automated, which I'm going to show you how to automate with the tool. Next, we're going into nurture/close. The reason I put these two together is because sometimes, depending on the environment, It's not very, very common, but you can close on the first call. So you saw with Patrick that I sent the calendar invite. That's what we call a discovery call. The first time we talk with the individual on the phone. And so if you look at the bottom here, nurture/close, getting your target customer on the phone, on a phone call to build rapport, then closing them as a client. So this discovery call, it's very important to keep this in mind, is that a discovery call, you need to really build rapport. With that, obviously you can see maintenance showed up, so I had to relocate so you guys can hear me. But anyway, so the discovery call when you talk with that individual is not like right away a pitch fest or anything like that, right? What we want to do on this discovery call is really get to know the individual that we're talking with. We want to add value to them, and we want to utilize questions about them and their business and their struggles as a tool to find commonality, because people don't buy things from those that they don't trust. So that is one thing that I would say there is the discovery call. Go into that wanting to get to know them and their business and see if they might be a good fit. Don't go in there and try like selling right away. Don't be super salesy. I go in there and I just like, I kind of like small talk right away. I ask them about them, how they're doing. I'm very upbeat, very, just like very good at energy. And then I just start asking about them, right? I just start asking about them. And then I find ways I can help them, whether it's an introduction or little small ways I can add value. And then after you get done talking about them and what it is they do, it's just natural. They're going to ask about what it is that you do. And so the importance of finding your niche is that whenever you say that, we always like come prepared, maybe write down, find some stories that you could tell. We just tell a lot of stories, and we use those stories to nurture the audience down the path. And then whenever you're telling about it, it's obvious that the person you're talking to, your services are exactly what they need. And so whenever you're saying what it is you do, don't be focused on the sale right away. Sometimes the reason why these are together, they'll be like, cool, let's do it. Like, I would love that. Can you send me over a proposal, or you can take payment on the phone? Sometimes that happens, but be prepared and don't be attached to make that happen too fast and risk blowing the relationship and not getting that sale. So the discovery call is that, just build rapport. And then by the end of it, if it's not a call where they're like, yeah, let's do it, because some people are just like, if it makes sense, they love what you do, they're just going to keep asking more questions about it and like, yeah, let's do it. And then you just go straight to close the deal. But if they just want some more information, try to book another call. That's what normally happens with us. So like, we have software company and all that is, we'll say, would you be interested? Like, you want a demo? Can then lock in the next call, which is your strategy session, which in that strategy session, you already at the end of the discovery call are prepping them, saying, hey, would you be open to another call so I can, kind of break it down and show you some more info about it. And then on that strategy session call, if you have to go there, is where you actually are going to pitch, say the price and do all that. And then from there, close the deal. Okay, so this is what our overall LinkedIn sales funnel looks like and all that good stuff. Okay, and also keep in mind, guys, these slides, I'm going to allow you to download these. The link will be in the description below. So you guys can download these after this video. Okay. All right, so now important optimization tips for your LinkedIn to get the best results. Okay, this is really, really important. So here's a profile optimization checklist. This is your opt-in page. So listen to me here, okay? This is really, really important. Your LinkedIn profile is an opt-in page. We're sending out connection requests to individuals that are prospects. Most of you guys are agency owners, so they're gonna be business owners. And so like, if your profile page is not optimized and you don't look like somebody who they would want in their network, they're not going to accept you. And so then you're not even going to be able to get your foot in the door. Okay, so let's just go over this checklist. I just wanted to clarify that for you. One is, have a professional profile picture. We're not Instagram, we're not Facebook. This is a platform to do business and network with business owners. Okay, put on a nice, like, suit, whatever you have to do, stand against the wall. You can use an iPhone or whatever, and have a nice profile, professional picture. Okay, have a banner, something with authority if possible. All right, so this is what I'm saying there is have just a nice banner on your page, right? So let's just go to mine here. Just have a nice one. If you have authority, so like my banner, I'm speaking, right? So it adds forms of authority to myself and my brand. So when someone comes here, oh, he's speaking in front of a crowd, he must be somebody that has enough authority to speak and teach. So it's naturally going to make me look more attractive. So if you have this, then do that. Okay. Same thing. Look at my profile picture, right? I actually, this is a little hack. We always are testing different things on LinkedIn. We cropped out my background, cropped out my head and put that maroon background, and it increased my connection requests by like 20%, like the percentage of like opt-ins, so people who accepted it, by like a little over 20%, which is kind of crazy. Just those small little details, those of you that are ad people, like the small tweaks and things make a massive difference. Okay, so let's go back. All right, and then next thing is 500 plus connections, right? You want to go and just get those 500 connections. Maybe those people aren't exactly those C-level executives right away or anything. Just go and get those 500 first connections. That's going to really help you. It gives you just some more reach and things like that and makes you look a little more credible. Okay, so the next thing, keyword heavy headline. People will find you from this, right? So like the different keywords that are in your headline, people are going to find you from it. So, and then also here's a good rule of thumb for your headline is follow this formula. I help blank, which is the niche and the individual that you help, to result. So what result do you get for this person by, and then this is what your offer is, right? So I help, say, luxury real estate agents, because that's more niche, to sell more homes online by running Facebook ads, right? That was a complete random example, but you get the point there, right? Next thing is fill out all your contact information on your LinkedIn page, right? Your website, all these different things, fill in every single box that you do on your LinkedIn, okay? Next thing, optimize about section. So the about page on your LinkedIn, optimize it. Here's a perfect thing to follow. Who, what, why. So who you are, like what you do, why you do it, and other different achievements. And so like also that's like who you are, who you help, what you do for them, what's your offer, and then why do you do it. So maybe your mission statement or something along those lines, and then add some achievements and things there as well. Okay. Next, post content relevant to your niche. So whether it's finding articles, if you go to quia.com, you can find different relevant articles and share those on your LinkedIn, or make videos, right? Post different relevant value pieces of content on your LinkedIn. It's really going to help you out. Okay. Next thing, up-to-date experience. So on your experience on your LinkedIn, you can add different past jobs and places you've worked, right? So we can just take a look at mine. You guys can check out my LinkedIn if you want. So you can see I have founder at landclients.com. I help people start and scale online course by leveraging digital marketing, right? So we're testing this right now. It's a different offer. So I always change depending on what the offer I'm trying to push at the moment. I will change that headline and things around, right, to be more relevant to the person I'm trying to attract. You see that I have articles, experience, work. So you'll see here it's present, right? Started 2017, partner mission to market, right? Experience working here, right? Add all that relevant information there, okay? Next thing you'll see is 5 to 10 recommendations, right? So I say 5 to 10 recommendations and add all your skills. Get 5 to 10 people to endorse those skills. So these are important because it gives you credibility. It's just another credibility thing. So like you'll see here, you can add your skills. So make sure you add your skills here. So I have social media marketing, and then 53 people have endorsed that. So that's saying to a new individual who's in my prospect list that probably might need digital marketing, social media marketing, they go here and they see 53 people said that I am good at this skill. So they naturally are going to say, right? So it's just the power of association and like just that credibility from other people endorsing you. So get 5 to 10 people to go and endorse all your skills. Like I have a lot, right? So you'll see that I have a lot here. It's not an issue. Add as many skills that are relevant as you can, okay? And then the next thing, recommendations. So I have 5 right now. I'm pending one. But these are important. So try to get 5 to 10 different recommendations here, okay? You can see all of these. I'm pending a recommendation, but get these recommendations because it's also a way to add credibility, okay? And then let's go back to our slides here. And that's it for the profile checklist. So here's some do's and don'ts for LinkedIn, okay? So some do's, like be polite is number one. Like just be polite. I mean, it's pretty just straightforward. Just be polite with people. Create conversation, right? So don't be super generic with your conversation. So you're going to see how the automation tool is going to do a lot of the initial heavy lifting, but then once an individual responds, then you're going to go in manually and then have that small conversation and then get them on the phone call. All right, that's going to be the goal with the automation software. Is to do that. It's going to automate the whole process. So then all you're doing with your outreach is spending time doing the activities that actually move the needle, connecting with people, following up, like those don't actually move the needle in your business. That's why automation is going to be so powerful and transform things for you. You only want to be focusing on what moves the needle or you're just wasting time, right? So, and then asking questions. So like whenever you do talk with the individual after the automation gets them interested and they respond and it shuts off, then you're just going to go in and ask questions, right? Just be conversational, and questions are a way to do that. So make your opening and closing lines interesting. Post and conversation. So like your opening line to an individual through a message that you send in the automation, right? Have it be like just interesting, and then your closing line, have that also be interesting, right? Just to like, it's just a psychological thing to wait. It's also a way to just make people trust you, like people be interested in you, as well as like if you're making posts on LinkedIn, make your opening and closing lines like super interesting and things like that. So like people like look forward to keeping like to have a conversation with you, right? Number 4, speak about things like achievements, problems, relevant stories, and what you're working on. All right. Those are some things to talk about. And then don'ts. So don't just sell. Give value and build rapport with people first, right? So like on this discovery call, like don't go into message. Like I never inside of my LinkedIn chat, I never mention like somebody wanting to buy my stuff. I never am pitching anybody. The only time I would ever do that is at the end of a discovery call, whenever like they normally ask about what I do or they show interest, and then I'll talk about what it is that I do, right? I'm always focusing on building rapport with the person, and if I don't have enough rapport built in that discovery call, I will never pitch them. I stay in rapport building mode, and if they're a person that I can feel and discover, like I'm feeling them out, and I recognize that they're kind of like a guarded, they have their walls down, so it takes a little more time for them to trust me, I'll never pitch them. I'll get off the phone and say, hey, I'd love to follow up. About the things we talked about, what it is we do. Is there anybody I can connect you with to bring you more business, right? Things of that nature, or sending them free value and then try to close them down the road. There will be individuals like I talked about where they hear things and they're all in. Like I'm the type of person where if something makes sense right away and I see the value, I'll buy it. But like my grandpa, it's like a certainty level, right? I'm like a 1 on a certainty level. Like I don't have to be super certain before I make a purchase. That's just how I am, right? If it makes sense, it makes sense. But like my grandpa, he's like a 10 on the certainty level. Like he has to know literally everything. Like it's very hard for him to make a purchase if it doesn't make 100% sense. And he has to trust the person really, really well, right? Number 2, don't post controversial content like on your LinkedIn. Just don't be controversial. It's just not a good look. 3, focus on volume over quality. Avoid being spammy and stay relevant. So what I'm saying here is that like LinkedIn, it's a volume play. That's why automation is key for you guys to see results. And there's some other automation softwares out here, but the one that I'm introducing you today is the most efficient that I've ever used. It's the most powerful, and as well as it's going to keep you safe from not getting in trouble with LinkedIn like a lot of other ones do. It's all in LinkedIn terms and conditions, which is great, right? So it's a volume play. With the automation software, it's going to allow you to connect with people and follow up at a volume play that is almost impossible to do yourself. All right. So focus on the quality and not as much focus on the quantity, like volume, not as much the quality. Okay. And don't be super spammy and just stay relevant, right? Don't spam people like crazy. It's just not going to work out. And then stay relevant by posting things, engaging with them. On LinkedIn, you'll get a notification whenever someone has a new job change or something like that, or whenever the individual posts something on their LinkedIn, maybe a blog, maybe an article, and you go back and you comment on it, right? Just comment on those things. Stay relevant with them. They keep seeing your name. So that's just a tip for you. Number 4, I forgot to put B. I'm sorry. Don't be illiterate. Check your grammar and that everything makes sense before you send the message or make a post. Everything needs to be professional. So it sounds funny. Like I'm honestly pretty bad at grammar, but I use Grammarly. Like if you're not good at grammar, there's a tool called just Google Grammarly, and it updates everything. On my slides here, it doesn't really update it, so obviously you see a little bit of grammar mistakes, which is normal. I go really fast, but on LinkedIn, since we're on LinkedIn to get business, right, with business professionals, so I always make sure on there grammar and everything is like tip top and perfect. So I promise you that, like, just do that. If you don't, it'll be bad. Okay. All right, cool. So now that you guys have known that, you know our sales process, you know how to find the targets. You know, I talked to you about the do's and don'ts, your profile checklist. Now, what you guys have all been waiting for, how we use automation to put our outreach on complete autopilot. All right. So we're introducing you. So this tool is called Kennected, spelled a little weird, right? So they simplify lead generation, right? I'm a partner of this company. We spent a lot of time and energy building this, and it's been really amazing. It's helped our business as well as a lot of our clients, and it's been really amazing. And so what it's going to do is it's going to send your connection requests and follow-ups automatically, but one by one, as if you were sending them manually. So it's going to connect with an individual, pull in their first name. It's going to look like it's 100% you. It's going to manage all the follow-ups on time delays that you can set. It's going to also, like I said, follow-up automation. Just set a number of days after which you want to automatically send a follow-up, and then it will send a follow-up message. And then the last one, follow-up messages are personalized. Contact an unlimited number of prospects daily with personalized automated sequences and build predictable revenue, right? And then also collect valuable data. We make it easy to find emails right inside the LinkedIn interface and let you push this data to your fingertips. So you're going to get a dashboard where every time an individual connects with you, it's going to scrape their LinkedIn information, so their name, their position, and their email, and then put it in your dashboard that you can download the CSV, and you could, send them more of a follow-up email, right? Or whatever you want to do with that email and that data, upload it to Facebook custom audience, whatever you want to do, which is really powerful. And plus, like, just a little note is LinkedIn, you're able to do this because LinkedIn profile data is public information once they accept your connection. So once you send a connection request to an individual and they accept it, that's basically their opt-in. It's they're basically granting you permission to do that. Okay. So let's take a look at how it works live. All right. So let's go here, and what you want to do is go to kennected.org. Okay. Right here, kennected.org. Also, if you have any questions, there'll be a link down in the description to book a there's a demo call. So if you want to book a demo call, we can go on here and talk a little more. But go here and then install Kennected for Chrome. So if you click that, and it'll take you to a Chrome extension, and then just add the Chrome extension here, and then it's going to be up here. So it's all controlled from your own device. So all of your information is staying on your device, and it's going to be a Chrome extension. So once you download that, click on it right here, right, and download it. But actually go back to the site here, my fault. And you want to sign up first, okay? So if you hit right here, get started, it's going to go to sign up. So if you go here, type in your email here, and your password, and click register. Let's register one really fast. Let's do this one. Okay. Oh, it needs to be at least. Okay. Sorry, that already exists. I have too many emails. But anyways, go here. You don't need to do that. I'm sorry. So go install to Chrome, and then it's whenever you install it to Chrome, it's going to be right up here in the top of the screen, and then it's going to be a profile. So you're not going to see this because you're not logged in. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to I'll just log out. You're going to be on this screen, and so you're going to click here and sign up for free. And click log into dashboard here. Okay, log into dashboard, or you can enter this, but just go to log into dashboard if you're having issues, and then go down here and click don't have an email, sign up. It's a little confusing sometimes, but it's working on it. Fill out all your info and hit sign up, and then it's going to make you confirm with your email, and then once you do, you're going to be able to go here to, it's just the URL is app.kennected, and then hit sign in. Okay, so then this is your dashboard. So the tool gives you a dashboard, which you're going to be able to track and optimize all your stuff. The connections you send out, and the follow-ups and the responses. You're going to be able to track everything, which is really, really cool. So I'm going to put here, let's do search, and then let's do August 30th. This is my test account here, so let's do one. Search. Okay, so you can kind of, so you'll be able to see. So this is like a dashboard you get. But once you log into the dashboard here, what you're going to want to do is go down here to your pricing, and then you can select whatever plan that you want. So this is what's going to allow you, you have to select your plan through here. And so it's all the same, but if you want to pay by monthly, so if you just want to send out 30 connection invites per day and only get 90 follow-ups, it's 25 for 60, it's 45 and 85, which is 100 per day, 300 messages, which is really the most powerful one that you can do and really put things on autopilot and launch. Like, it's kind of crazy. This is that one, or you can pay quarterly, so you just pay for a quarter at a time and it's cheaper. All right. So now that we've gone through all that, we had a little bit of technical difficulties, but anyways, this is your dashboard. Then you want to go back into the Chrome extension. So just click this Chrome extension, and then the email that you signed up with, you just are going to want to enter that there. Okay. So let me just sign back into this one. All right, boom. So I just signed into my account. And then here we go. So this is where everything is controlled. All right, so everything for your sequences is controlled in the Chrome extension. So for the tool to work, you can close your laptop. You just need to be in Wi-Fi, and you just need to be in Google Chrome. It only works in Google Chrome because of the Chrome extension. And you just need to have your this tab open as well as your LinkedIn at the same time, and it's going to run, right? So you'll see here I have 0 out of 100 per day. For today, because I have it off, this is my test account, right? So how would we use this tool? So we'd go in here, and let's so we'll go over our funnel. So we're hunting. So if I go here to people, and then go to all filters, and then I'm trying to find my target audience, right? So let's do, we want second connections, and I can go to people for the whole United States. Maybe let's just say financial services, and then let's just say they are the founder. Let's see what that gives us. boom. So for the people who are in the financial industry and they have the title as founder, so they're, quote unquote, a decision maker, it gives me 5,100 results here, right? This is our list. Imagine like without automation, what we would do is go here to connect and then add a note, which would say, hey, this guy's name's Randall. And, you'd write this personalized note, send the invitation, right? Manually. Imagine doing that for all of these people, 5,100, right? It's almost impossible because then you have to go back and send follow-up messages like I showed you here with people so they accepted it. And then, imagine doing all these follow-ups manually with all these people. Well, this problem's solved. So once you find your target to use the tool, you want to tell the tool what audience to go after. So this 5,100 people. So all you do is just copy this URL, go into a new sequence, which this is like your campaign, so you can split test different things. You would just go create new, right? And we would name this. So we'd say finance, and then maybe put the date, 2025, 9/25, 19, right? And then you go here, define audience. You take that URL, so boom. So that's telling the tool, go after these people. And then what you do is you go to messages, set connection message. So this connection message is the note that we send right here, right? So what is the message that you want to send to this group of people to ask them to be in your connections, right? So you send that. You would just put that into the tool. So you craft it and it brings in first name. So I just say, hey, and then if I want to insert first name, so that's telling the tool to pull their first name to make it personal. Or if you want to pull, other information like their company, their full name, and you can write that out. And then all you do is hit add, right? And so that is to ask them to connect with you. And that will send a follow-up, same thing. So, hey, I'm just going to put some random stuff here. Whatever the follow-up would be, add. And then this is where, so once connect is accepted, wait however long. So I normally wait like 1 day so it doesn't look super spammy. So after they accept my connection request, I wait 1 day, send them first follow-up. And then if they don't respond, right, add this. If they don't respond to this follow-up, if no response after 3 days, let's send them one more follow-up because we're really interested to have that conversation with them. If they don't respond to that one, I'll send a fourth, but a way later date. I'll normally wait like 7 days, 5 to 7 days here, and then send one last final follow-up with them. And then also withdraw the request to connect with the individual if they don't accept you within 45 days, which means it'll just take that back. And the reason is because if they don't accept or deny you in 45 days, then you probably don't want to, they're probably not on LinkedIn. So let's just go here to this coaches and consultants one. I'm just going to discard this sequence. You can make as many as you want. So based on the plan, you get your daily limit. So I've used 0 out of my 100 per day. But if I see how I could do all 100 on this sequence, right? Because I'm targeting coaches and consultants. So this is what's really cool about the tool. If you have multiple like target audiences on LinkedIn, so like if you had multiple different search lists that you do and you want to see which one converts the best, you could, split test all of these, okay? And that's why we name these sequence names. But let's just see what I do here. You guys can screenshot these messages because they're very general. So like they'll work for a lot of people, but these work very, very well for us. So our connection messages, hey, first name, I'm right, we're doing in your space. I'd love to connect, find ways to bring value to one another. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let's talk soon. Elliot. Once they accept, wait 1 day. Then I send, hey, first name, it's a pleasure to be connected. Would you be open to chat for a few minutes in the near future to see how we can work together? If they don't respond in 3 days, send one more. It's great connecting, first name. Wanted to say, hey, not sure if you noticed my last message to you. Would love to schedule a quick discovery call. If nothing else, let's just network for a few minutes. And then if they don't respond again for 5 days, I say, hey, first name, wanted to follow up. I sent you a few messages last week and wanted to make sure they didn't fall through the cracks. I definitely think there could be some synergy between us, but I understand, right? That's my last one. That's how that whole sequence works, okay? So this is how that's how the tool works. Let me show you what it kind of looks like in action, which is right here. It says, hey, Patrick, right? You'll see all these automations and then boom, he responded. So then the tool shut off, and then I went in there manually and I sent him my calendar, and then I got on the phone call, and then we made the deal happen, right? So I'll just show you this. Let's just go here. Like, look at all my leads. So like your time is only spent now, like going to your unread and only filtering and talking to people who actually want to talk. Like you can see all these leads that I have here that I still need to filter through with all of my target audiences, right? I just need to go through here and set all the meetings, which is what the tool allows you to do, and it's really amazing. So let's just keep going over some things here. So whenever an individual responds, if you go to response, you can click here, it'll take you right to their profile to see who they are. You can go directly, click here, it'll take you right into their conversation you've been having with them, like right here. Keeps track of all that, as well as scheduled follow-ups. So whenever you create your sequence and you're ready to start it, you're gonna just go here. So I have mine paused, but this one's not. You just hit start. So this one I could hit start, but I'll hit continue. So now it's going after them again. But then whenever your audience runs out, it'll have this little like error here. That's why I have this test account the way it is so I could show you this. Is this little, so hover over that. So that will show that you just need to go in here and put a new audience in here that you update because it's already gone through those people. So whenever you have those scheduled follow-ups with this list, they will all be right here. I don't have any right now, but I'll show you the messages that are scheduled out to the individuals. Okay. So yeah, and then if like with this sequence, this one thing I want to note is that whenever you're sending out, like this is enrolling, so like sending out connections, how many connections have been sent out. So when it's sending out requests for people to be connected, right, that's what it is, but you still have those scheduled follow-ups. So even if it has this right here, or you want it not to connect with new people because you want to fill the leads, you just want to hit pause, right? You don't want to hit stop here, because when you hit stop, what happens is it will like just clear out all your scheduled follow-ups for those people. So you just want to hit pause, and then until all your scheduled follow-ups, so if you want to wait for one sequence, you just go to coach to consultants. Oh, there's no more scheduled follow-ups, so I should go here and I can hit stop, and then boom, so you're done. Okay, so now let's go into your dashboard. So this is what gets really, really cool. Is like I showed you earlier, we can optimize it. So it's so you can optimize your profile and like, you know, really track everything. You can add team members, so you can invite users here and have a team. So then if your team's going after the same type of people, you don't connect with the same people, and you're able just to track all this information here. Let's refresh this really fast. So let's do August 1st through August 30th here, and then we'll hit search, and then it's going to show you this, like your data. So this is how you're optimizing your profile and your messages. Oh, maybe this isn't working right? Because like I said, LinkedIn is an opt-in page. So we sent out here in this month span, we sent out 78 requests for people to connect. Like, hey, I want to be in your network, right? I want you to connect with me, the prospects. And out of those, we had 32 that accepted, right? So around a 50%, a little less in this little segment of ones I sent out to people who actually accepted me. And then out of those 13 who accepted, then I had 17 people respond. So you see why this dashboard is amazing, because you're able to optimize and see where you can make your sequences and messaging follow-ups and your profile a lot better, right? So if you sent out 78 and you got, you know, like a 20% or 10% like accepted, then what does that probably mean? It probably means your profile needs to be a little bit better for that target audience. And then if added the accepted, you don't have a lot of responses, well then your follow-ups and your messages that are going out to them are probably need to be tweaked and a little bit better, right? So you're able to just really track this. If you have a team as well, if you have like salespeople, you're able to track full teams, all that good stuff. So then when you go here to prospect, this will be where your list is. So you'll see how it says all. So this is everybody. So it's including people who I'm waiting to accept me. Like right here, Matt hasn't accepted my LinkedIn request, so I don't have his email. because until he accepts it, we don't really have legal right to like take it. But then when you have accepted here, actually, so he just doesn't have his email on his account, right? But it will say NA for people who are waiting, but he's not waiting. So then you go to accepted. It's going to show your full list. And then, like I said, it's important to name your sequence. So like the sequence that it's in, this is where they came from, and it has all their info. So their name, email, position, all that. And then you just go here to export leads and then starting point. So we're going to start at number 1 and then hit next, all data. We'll just do people who accepted, export the leads, and let's just pick where we're going to save it right there. Let's just hit replace, and then boom, it's a CSV, and you can upload this into your CRM, wherever you want to upload this, okay? See, look, so it shows all their info here. I don't know if I'm allowed to show you, but whatever. Date added, sequence name, status, if they responded to you or not, all this really great information that you can use for other forms of marketing, okay? That's another reason why this tool is really amazing and can change your life, really can. So sequence list, so you can see all the sequences you've ever made. Blacklist, so this is really cool. So if you have existing clients, you can add them to this blacklist here. You just put their LinkedIn URL, and then if they happen to be like in this audience, the tool will recognize that they're on the blacklist and not send that automation to them, okay? Same thing for company. So if you have a big organization or a company that's already a client who have employees that are registered underneath their LinkedIn account, then you can add the company there and it won't let you connect with that company. So then you don't risk the standpoint of, you know, messaging and have automation going to existing clients, all right? Then we have your profile settings where you can edit all this stuff. I just gave away my, okay. So webhooks, so like you can transfer information and things like that. We have lots of integration. You can integrate into HubSpot. So like leads that come through, if you want to get those sent into your deal tracker in HubSpot, you can do all that. You can use, you know, API keys and stuff, and you can integrate with your CRM. So it does that automatically instead of have to like download this leads list and stuff like that. So yeah, that is an overview of the tool and how we use automation. It's super powerful, can really transform your business. You know, and I gave you the full funnel and everything of how to use it, okay? To select your package, once again, you just have to go sign up, and then when you're in the dashboard, select your plan. That's how you're going to really get the most capacity out of it. And then feel free, there's a link in the description to book like a demo call. If you have more questions about it, you know, you can get on a demo call. We can talk about it and everything like that. Myself or someone from our team, and we can do all of that good stuff, okay? So let's jump back in. So that's it live, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to please like, comment, and subscribe as you're going down your journey on LinkedIn, you know, or your social media marketing agency, whatever it is that you're on my channel for, the value. Thank you guys again so much for watching this video. Like I said, the link to download this tool is in is Kennected.org right there. If you have any questions, feel free to just book a call. They'll say like book a demo call in the description. There'll be a calendar link. Just go ahead and book that. And we can talk about setting this automation up for you if you have any questions. Thank you guys so much for watching this training. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the support. I hope that you got value. If you're looking for stuff about Kennected, it's going to be down in the description below. And like always, please hit the thumbs up button, comment what you thought down in the comment section, and as well, subscribe to the channel. This has been Elliot Drake, and I'll see you guys